So you've always been a lifelong learner. What are some topics or hobbies that you've explored since retiring?
Oh, drumming. Oh, yeah. And that's all because of you, my friend. That were challenging me. We went to a music store once, and while I've been tapping on the steering wheel to music, rock music, and patting my knees and whatever. And I've always thought of drumming, because when I was in the Army Cadets, there was people who were drummers and people who were trumpeters, and I had chosen trumpeters, but I always wanted to be the drummer guy too.
Yeah.
I didn't quite sure. I stuck with the trumpet. So, yeah. So when we went to a music store, we found out that Eric decided to rent out a piece of equipment. I can't remember what it was now.
I think it was an electric guitar.
Maybe it was an electric guitar that he wanted to try out. And I saw the drum sets that were for rental there. And Eric saw me looking at them, and I saw my eyes light up, and he said, "Go ahead, Dad, why don't you rent it? What the heck? What are you going to lose? You probably have fun with it and put it in the basement. You know, you can have real drums to hit on instead of your steering wheel." And I went for it, all because of him. And certainly they had a used drum set that they were renting out, but it was a fairly good drum set. It wasn't that old.
Yeah.
And I brought it to my house, and I was going to rent it for like 3 months, and I extended 3 months to 6 months to a year. And after that year, I went back to the store and just bought it. Just paid for the rest of it and kept it in my basement, and it's there to this day. And I'm looking forward to getting back to Canada so I can play my drums again. I miss it.
Oh, cool. I didn't realize that was the same set that you originally rented.
Yeah, same set. Oh, I've added a few cymbals and, different bass drum components, and I had double bass now, and yeah. But yeah.
I know you've been an avid reader. You've been reading books since I remember.
Oh, yeah.
From a young kid. Are there any books that stand out or had a big impact on the way you think or live?
Most of the books, I read a lot of books when I was younger that weren't spiritually oriented, just general, the books of all different kinds. Obviously a book that was given from my neighbor called The Journey of Light, talk about Thomas Alva Edison. That was one of the things that really kicked me off. Of course, in high school you had to read books, for English class and stuff like that. But as life went on, I would read books, just for a pleasure of reading. Mm-hmm. I hated romances, but I liked other books that dealt with, nature and people's lives. And
was it more nonfiction or fiction that you liked?
It was more nonfiction, up until I joined the missionaries came and I joined the church. And then all my reading became church, and I read many church books because I wanted to be acquainted with everything that was out there and learn everything that I could. The Miracle of Forgiveness is one of the ones that stand out to me in my early readings. There's so many that Jesus the Christ, oh my goodness. I read the entire Bible, Old Testament and New Testament, and entire Book of Mormon, many times from cover to cover. But the Old Testament and New Testament was one of the things that I challenged myself to do, because I wanted to have, compare those scriptures to the more modern scriptures that the church had. Doctrine and Covenants, Pearl of Price, all those, and all the other books that prophets had written, Spencer W. Kimball, Boyd K. Packer, oh my gosh, the list goes on and on with the authors and books that they had published. So, yeah, I've been reading. Not so much today. I don't do that much reading today, actually. I listen more to the podcasts now, mm-hmm. because I don't have to, be in a position. I can listen in the car or whatever. I don't have to be in a house with lights on or whatever, or noise around me. Put earphones on or earbuds and use that technology for.
Yeah.